Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Do you remember those videos we saw of 90s Bollywood artists?
Yes.
With autotune and no autotune.
Yes.
Now, they were singing a cappella, and we fell in love with 3 videos.
That's right. That's
Sonu
right.
Nigam's video, Kailash Kher video,
Okay.
and KK's video. I have found the full versions of them. And also, it turns out all of these 3 individuals, this is what they do. They go a cappella everywhere they go. So I found the full version of KK singing Dil Ibadat, Zindagi.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So this is the full version.
धड़कने मेरी सुन तुझको मैं कर लूं हासिल लगी है यही धुन जिंदगी की शाख से लूं कुछ हंसी पल में चुन तुझको मैं कर लूं हासिल लगी है यही धुन जो भी जितने पल जीऊं
The sir is wet, and I do not blame him.
जो भी कल हो अब मेरा उसे तेरे संग चलूं जो भी सांसें मैं
Also, can you just have a moment for the cameraman filming this?
संग भरूं चाहे जो हो रास्ता उसे तेरे संग चलूं
It's so intimate. It's
दिल
bloody video.
इबादत कर रहा
They're barefooted as well, like.
धड़कने मेरी सुन तुझको मैं कर लूं हासिल
One of their
लगी
homes
है
or something.
यही धुन जिंदगी दो पल की
This is what he does, Bale.
Okay,
KK, that
what he
was
did,
his
yeah.
thing, dude. Like, he would go into interviews, no music,
Why
no
are you
nothing.
tearing up?
I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, am I?
He looked
Oh,
like you
damn.
were.
Yes,
like,
that
oh
was.
my god.
Yeah, it was such a shame that we never got to know. I mean, obviously, we never had a chance to obviously have a chat with him, or never had a chance to kind of dive deeper into his discography. Because we're just discovering the indie music industry basically the year where he passed away, which is last year. And at that point, we had maybe discovered the indie music industry for a year prior to that.
Yeah.
So it's really a.
It was really early in our discovery.
Yeah, and now of course we'll never have a chance to either see his newest discography or see him have a chance to talk to him, which is obviously tragic and sad. But yeah, I'm pretty sure many people when watch this will probably tear up because he's fucking brutal.
Yeah, and the magic thing is like it's the beauty of the intimacy in which he's filmed and like how he's able to capture the essence of people. Like he really knows how to deliver he knew how to deliver songs to people, right? So in this particular environment, you're kind of like stepping into something that's really intimate to the singer, and I think that's the reason why it is promoted in India to sing a cappella with nothing else behind it, just the voice, because I think that's the best way to convince yourself, like to kind of win the people over.
They're
because
small.
it's so intimate.
They're small. If you're not one yet, let me show you this.
Okay. No, I'm totally whipped. I'm like that reporter.
दो पल की
Look at that guy.
इंतजार कब तक हम करेंगे भला तुम्हें प्यार कब तक ना करेंगे भला जिंदगी दो पल की
Oh, that's beautiful.
जिंदगी अभी
The whole interview, he was just
I'm
randomly
telling you.
bursting out in like a cappella.
Someone clipped all the
What
moments where he
hell?
sang.
कभी ना करो
Does anybody has the full interview? I would love to watch that on my own time.
अभी अभी तो पसंद आए हो अभी अभी रूठने की बात
So I presume what they were doing in the interview is going through some of his biggest hits or some
I
of
was
his
like, they're
favorite
probably-
songs.
I know
and,
they're probably talking about like
compositions.
discography and like the career overall and like probably the songs that impacted him the most and stuff
the
like that.
whole bloody time.
That is
now,
mind blowing.
someone that blows away with this clip was Sonu Nigam. We
yeah.
saw a bit of this.
Because he was actually so pitch accurate.
मुझ में कहीं
If you listen to the original, it's
बाकी थोड़ी सी है जिंदगी जगी
You see how he breathes through his nose? That's so funny to me.
जाना जिंदा हूँ मैं तो अभी
That's beautiful.
कुछ ऐसी लगन
And then you see
इस
how lifted in his chest he
लम्हे
really
में
is.
है ये लम्हा कहाँ था मेरा अब है सामने.
Bro, I heard the
And it's
original of this.
so-
Oh my god, what a song.
And it's so freaking effortless. What I love about this is like, you know, if you look at the posture and like the positioning of everything, it's like really well thought through. But the beauty in this particular performance is that there is no grabbing, there is no effort there, and he's working on this like marking kind of thing where vocalists run through the accuracy of the journey of each note, but they're not really utilizing 100% of their vocal capability. So that's how people learn, like a lot of professional singers learn songs, that they mark them through. They accurately get their muscles used to the journey of the notes, and their replication of the notes is actually it's quite melodic, but they're not using 100% of their vocal capability. But it's always fascinating to me because in order to mark to that extent, you actually have to be in a really quite relaxed state. And it's so fickle. It's such a like a fine tuning type of thing. It's brilliant. It really is fascinating to watch.
Now, we had heard at the time we had heard the acapella. We had obviously already done this review of the Sonu Nigam in the MTV Unplugged.
Yeah.
Which is unreal. One of my favorite MTV Unplugged. I thought it's so interesting to always look at some of these performances now that we're more familiar with their discographies and stuff like that.
And like revisit things that we have already seen in like live environments, because then you look at the
Technical
at the
aspect of
technical
things, yeah.
aspect of things, and then you understand why when they're marking or when they are in this like a cappella settings where they're not made for singing per se, they really excel, because is like I said, it's the fine tuning, it's the understanding of detail that really puts them above everybody else.
Now, there's someone who we're not as familiar with, and we fell in love with that clip of them singing a cappella, Kailash Kher,
He's
singing
fabulous.
this song.
Yeah.
धरेन्द्र नंदिनी विलास बंधु बंधुरस स्फुरद्रुगंत संतति प्रमोदमान मानसे कृपा कटाक्ष
No, you see here, there is no marking. This is full on. Let me sing to you, brother.
So we've seen that clip. It turns out Kailash Kher's thing is also doing this everywhere he goes.
That's
There
fab.
are so many clips of him.
सैया बनके माला प्रेम की तेरे तन पे झर झर जाऊं मैं बैठूं नैया प्रीत की संसार से तर जाऊं मैं तेरे प्यार से तर जाऊं सैया
No marking, baby.
Very physical singer, right?
Well,
Very
again,
physical singer.
because he's not marking. That's the difference. That's what I wanted to make clear. That when you're marking, you don't need to physically engage. You just kind of need to understand where the journey is, and then get your muscles accustomed to that. Because the muscles inside of the larynx are very minute. They're very small. So the any movement that you can get them accustomed to, like a set of engagements within the larynx, that they help you understand the song, and you memorize them muscly. You don't memorize the song per se, like the melody or where the lyrics go. You memorize how to get to the note without actually having to physically engage. In this particular case, though, he's singing full on, so that's why you see the whole body engagement, the need to readjust posture or breathe in certain different moments. What's funny about this, though, is how open the singing phrase is, and how twangy it is. So it's so high up in his larynx settings, from the little bits I know in Indian singing, but it's so physical. He really needs to elongate, like find more of that space. And if you put up that picture right there, you see exactly that. Like, shoulders are nice and relaxed, but the chest is high. The column of the neck is really, really direct to the diaphragm. So you're seeing a really open airflow that also connects to the way that he is breathing through the nose, and like how the sound is also coming down the nose. So that's a clear, twangy approach to technique is fabulous. You see, it's all through the nose down there.
बनके माला प्रेम की तेरे तन पे झर झर जाऊं.
Also, the dynamics, the singing dynamics of that song, how he keeps them up, crazy.
संसार से तर जाऊं मैं तेरे प्यार
I like his ears.
से तर जाऊं. सैया
That's so cool, man. You see how that elongated neck, that column of air is so flawless. Is flawless in terms of like breath control and redirection of notes. It's really fabulous to watch.
There's so many singers that just have. There was such a plethora of moments that I could have chosen. We haven't really done this deep with a couple of female singers that we sort of love.
I would love to see that.
It is interesting to choose. Like, obviously in this we chose 3 artists that we like a lot, but also that with Kailash Kher, for example, we're not that familiar with his discography. So it would be interesting to sort of do the same with some female singers from the Indian music industry. And I guess we could even go deeper and then specific industries from India. But I just thought it was a fun idea to do, and a couple of fun clips that we had already watched, and then some new ones. And now that we have a bit more nuance to them, because we were somewhat familiar with them. So I hope you enjoyed. And
let us know which other performers or singers that have done any a cappella moments that you'd like us to check out next.
Goodbye.